Welcome back. Western New York will have a say in the ongoing redistricting process. At least that's the goal of an upcoming meeting this Wednesday at the Birchfield Penny Arts Center. An independent redistricting commission made up of 4 Democrats, 4 Republicans, and 2 independent members is tasked with drawing the congressional and state district lines. But last month, the commission released 2 maps, one supported by Republicans and one backed by Democrats. Tonight, reporter Ali Tui going in depth ahead of the meeting to find out what's at stake and whether 2 maps is a sign that the bipartisan commission simply can't work together.
DM Tui doesn't follow politics that closely, but the University of Buffalo student is concerned New York will have one less congressional seat at the table in Washington.
Kind of scary because in terms of our voice that we will have.
New York lost a congressional seat after census data showed the state's population shrunk slightly. But how the new district lines will be drawn has yet to be determined. For the first time in state history, an independent redistricting commission is expected to redraw the lines of state legislative and congressional districts. One pro of the process is it keeps districts the same size population-wise, so it doesn't dilute the votes. One con is that technology allows for gerrymandered districts. The commission's goal is to prevent gerrymandered districts from happening, and there's already debate about whether the commission can do its job. Last month, it released 2 proposed maps instead of 1. Senate Minority Leader Robert Orr.
There's no reason that these commissioners can't get into a room and come up with a agreed upon compromise, fair map that I think will represent all voters across the state of New York.
According to the commission's Democratic co-executive director, Karen Blatt, other state commissions, like Virginia, for example, have come up with 2. She says it's not reflective of the process.
Why is there 2 maps at this point, Karen?
Well, the Constitution doesn't specify how many sets of maps are to be released, whether it's 1 set or several sets.
I'm hearing some criticism, at least on the part of legislators, that the reason there's 2 maps is because the commission can't agree. Is there any truth to that?
Well, there's plenty of time. These are drafts, and there's plenty of time to revise them.
Political science experts I spoke to say redistricting may fall back into the hands of elected officials.
The commission was put in place by a constitutional amendment that the voters approved a few years ago. But because Democrats have such a large majority in both houses of the legislature, if they want to, they really don't have to go by that commission. What we have now is unified Democratic control of the legislature. So presumably they would draw the districts very much to their advantage.
So far, though, the commission remains in control of the process. Blatt says they're counting on public hearings taking place across the state over the next month to help the commissioners revise and compromise on 1 map. And Jeff, the commission has until January 15th to come up with 1 map that they all agree on. However, there is a referendum on the ballot in November that would bump that date up until January 1st. So the clock is ticking to find out who is going to actually redraw these lines.
All right, Ali Tui, thank you for your reporting tonight, Ali.